Growers are always busy working on healthy, attractive produce in their greenhouses, and consumers' expectations are growing. They want products to be grown with minimum use of any pesticides, which might affect the environment or our health. Instead of chemicals, growers are increasingly turning to insects as biological pest control. Other beneficial insects, such as bumblebees, are used for natural pollination. Jan Koppert, a Dutch cucumber grower, started in 1967 introducing predatory mites as a natural enemy of the spider mite. Even then, the spider mite was a much feared pest, and at that time they could only be controlled by chemical pesticides. Predatory mites turned out to be a natural solution and also led to the setting up of a company, Koppert Biological Systems. Paul Koppert is responsible for general management, including finance and support services. He makes sure the company's rearing program matches demand for the insects. Henry Oosthoek is commercial director and has regular consultations with growers who produce safe, clean produce. Koppert naturally also supplies knowledge and technical support. It was Peter Koppert and his father Jan Koppert who originally set up Koppert Biological Systems. Koppert's head office is in the Netherlands, close to Rotterdam Airport. Here are the laboratories and rearing facilities where these biological pest control and pollination agents are reared. Koppert carries out local research on improved crop protection methods both in the Netherlands and abroad. The bumblebees are reared in special warm units with red lights. In terms of volume, these are Koppert's most important product. Koppert developed a nesting box with a comfortable environment under all circumstances. Shortly after the bumblebees arrive at their destination, the grower opens the nesting box so that the bumblebees can fly out and set to work. This natural pollination method results in produce of the highest quality. Today, almost all tomato growers are grateful for these useful insects. Besides bumblebees, Koppert rears dozens of other beneficial insects, whose job it is to control pests in the greenhouses by eating them, parasitizing them, or otherwise making them harmless. They are often supplied in plastic bottles. As soon as they arrive, the grower breaks open the packaging and the insects are released to search their prey. Koppert supplies some of its products, such as pupae, on cards. The cards are carefully packed by Koppert and sent to customers by refrigerated transport. The greatest possible care is taken during packing and transportation. These are living creatures which need to survive the journey in good condition so that they will be strong and active when they arrive. Air-conditioned trucks and air freight are used to supply customers in nearly 40 countries. Because all over the world, growers want the same thing: clean, safe growing methods for a healthy future. Once, growers had to shake the pollen from the plants using a special instrument. Nowadays, virtually all tomato growers use bumblebees to pollinate the flowers naturally. Bumblebees visit the flowers to collect pollen and pollinate at exactly the right time. This efficient pollination results in fully laden tomato plants. Koppert rears different sorts of bumblebees, supplying each to countries in which they occur naturally. Dozens of people work in units under red lights, taking care of the bumblebees and monitoring their quality. Because of the red light, the bumblebees experience their environment as dark, so that they remain inactive during the rearing phase. It takes approximately 12 weeks before a colony is ready to be sent out to a grower. A colony of bumblebees is delivered to a grower in a nesting box. Shortly after they arrive, the grower opens the nesting box in the greenhouse where the bumblebees get to work almost immediately. The bumblebees visit the flowers at the correct moment, ensuring optimal pollination. Once a flower has been visited by a bumblebee, it changes color within an hour and the fruit starts to develop. Bumblebees and their natural expertise can be used with other crops besides tomatoes. Pollination takes place exactly as nature intended, and the result is a better crop of large, flawless, healthy produce. It's not only people that like flowers. Many insects also appreciate greenhouse crops. Luckily, today's growers have access to a whole range of beneficial insects produced by Koppert on a large scale. The company uses a wide variety of packaging to suit the needs of different insects. An example of a beneficial insect is this parasitic wasp. These are used to control whitefly, a feared pest in greenhouse cultivation all over the world. In order to rear the parasitic wasps, Koppert grows tobacco plants. First, whitefly are released onto the leaves where they lay eggs. The eggs eventually hatch into larvae. The wasps then parasitize the larvae by laying their eggs in them. The black dots are the parasitized larvae. These will soon be collected, stuck on cards, and sent off to growers. Once a wasp has laid eggs in whitefly larvae, the larvae turn black. Eventually, they produce, instead of a young whitefly, a new parasitic wasp, which in turn searches for new whitefly larvae. This is another example of a parasitic wasp. This one attacks aphids. These predatory mites simply suck their prey dry. Biological crop protection is increasingly popular, not only for producing food crops, but even for ornamental plants. Growers attempt to achieve a natural balance inside their greenhouses. They are supported in this by consultants supplied by Koppert. These advisors regularly visit the growers and provide well-informed advice. Together, they inspect the crop and consider any measures needed. This rose grower hangs little bags among his crop containing predatory mites which attack thrips. Another species of mite, which controls the spider mite, is scattered over the leaves out of a bottle. The consultant also takes a look round for himself. Crops are closely inspected and all significant observations are recorded. The consultant also checks the sticky traps for any harmful insects. Besides insects and expertise, Koppert also supplies technology to help growers protect their crops. This includes the advanced computer program Koppert, which growers use for close monitoring of biological pest control. The focus with all Koppert products and services is safety and health. Biological pest control is a significantly better and safer way to protect the health of the crop, but also the health of the growers, their employees, and the consumer.